Hello and welcome back to IeshaNyreeTV, where we talk about voiceover and creativity and all sorts of other crazy cool stuff. So this evening, I just got finished participating in one of our fun family activities. Weird things you do when you're a voiceover artist. You try to mimic other people's voices and sounds like all the time. One of our favorite pastimes, because my boyfriend is a big rock music fan. He's older than me, so that's his music of his youth. So he loves rock music, and he's always listening to like really old bands. And so sometimes, depending on the song, I really like to analyze it and try to mimic the singer. Usually, to be fair, they never actually sound like the singer. Like, I'm definitely not going to be hired as backup for any of these bands. But tonight it was Guns N' Roses, which I actually like Guns N' Roses because they came out when I was younger. So we were doing Axl Rose tonight, and I was trying to deconstruct his voice. And it usually ends up really loud in here, but he's happy because he's listening to rock music. My kids are happy because suddenly everyone's being really loud and they love it. The dogs participate. They start barking and going crazy because they're thinking, woohoo, what are we singing? Is that what we doing? We singing? So everyone's screaming, and I'm sitting over there trying to do Axl. The thing about Axl is his voice is kind of nasally, but not in like an annoying way, because usually when you think of nasally, you think of like this, and it's not that, but you can definitely hear a nasal quality to it. So and to try to even remotely get there, I have to open my mouth really wide. And really get into it, like, she's a smile of the bluest sky, remind. It's so crazy, which is why I'm glad I do voiceover, because stuff like that you cannot get away with on stage. There's no way you can, like, try to mimic a rocker by making his face all the time. You can't do that on stage. People would be horrified if they saw someone making that face. They'd be like, dear God, what? So, fun things you do in voiceover. You can do whatever you want. Make whatever face you want to. Contort your face however you need to make the sound. So, it does come in handy, even if you're doing bad impersonations. That will be another character analysis work for another episode. So that's what I was just doing. Day in the life of a voiceover artist. The topic I wanted to actually talk about today was villains. I really do love voicing villains. Like, it's so fun. I don't get to do it often. I don't get to play villains often. So when I get to voice one, it's like, yay! All my evil feelings get to have a place. One tip I can say, when you're doing a character, when you're creating a new character, or you're faced with a script and you're trying to figure out what is the voice that goes with this. One of the fun things about villains is don't automatically go for the most obvious villain choice. Bad guys come in all sorts of shapes and sounds and sizes. Even if it's a bad guy that's supposed to sound like this and be terrifying. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. Yeah, you can do the big deep voice that's like really freaky. But when you're faced with the script, also consider what would happen if he was big and scary, but sometimes he was nasally. That can be scary too. Some of my scariest moments are just as a person come from not when I am freaking out and screaming, though I can, as my friend John Hartnett says, I can sometimes scream to the point that I'm hitting only decibels that dogs can hear. It's been known to happen. Things, choices were made, things happen, life. So when I get so furious and I'm screaming at the top, just screaming my head off like a crazy person, yeah, okay, we get that. But some of my other really scary moments that I've been told, because I don't scare me, what is that? But when you get that quiet, calm, right? before you're about to explode. Do you hear me? That's like the mom rage. Like when your mom is so mad that everything gets quiet and very, very particular. So when you're getting that can be scary too. In any other given circumstances, it probably wouldn't be scary, but using the words in the context of the script of the villain, it could be terrifying. So just because you're voicing a bad guy, don't automatically assume it's gotta be some big over the top. Those are fun too. Add some different levels to your character. Think of some of your most favorite Disney villains, or think of scary people in your life. I know you know some scary people. I know you know some terrifying people. You might be one of those terrifying people. You might be. I don't know you. I don't know your life. So just go through and what sounds can be terrifying. Someone can be very nasally and just be so angry at the world. Not so much that his voice is terrifying, just what he's doing and saying. That could be hilarious for a cartoon villain, so play with it. So that's my tidbit for today. Don't automatically go for your first, kind of obvious choice. Especially when auditioning. When you're coming up with characters, rule of thumb, come up with three. Three totally different choices and play with it. Because one of those voices, the least likely one, might just be the perfect choice for that character and the thing that sets your character apart from everyone else's interpretation. So that is it for tonight. I'm going to get back to mimicking rock musicians from the past. Seriously, they're not, but if Guns N' Roses wants to call me up for like a cartoon or like just, be background, hey, I'll come up with something. I'm a voiceover. I'll do it. It'll be fabulous. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.